Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Denise and I record videos on different aspects of my life. Today's video is a little different. First of all, happy Father's Day to all the fathers out there. My father, all the father figures, all the men that have made an impact on their children and beyond. But yeah, this is gonna be a different video. I came up with this last night or yesterday, and it's gonna be along the lines of navigating being an oldest and like what I've learned from my experience as an oldest daughter getting ready for church. So I can't lollygag. So for some context, I'm my mom's only child, but I'm one of 4 kids on my dad's side, so I have like dual experiences as far as like being an only child, being the oldest daughter, being a middle child technically, seeing like both sides of like not having siblings versus having siblings. I wouldn't change my situation for the world. Like, my mom and dad divorcing was the healthiest thing they could do for me, but that does not exempt them from the gaps they had in co-parenting, and that's something I've talked about with both of them. But I wouldn't change my situation for the world because I love my siblings, I love my stepmom, I love all the additional family I've gained from this thing that happened like 20 years ago, it feels like. But it still puts an unfair pressure on me from both sides, being an only child and a girl. I feel bad when I leave my mom or I can't help her because she's all I have, or I just feel guilty for doing things for myself and not her or both of us. And I've had to learn, like, I'm getting older, my mom will be fine without me, but it's still, you know, doesn't make the feeling any easier. And then as far as being an oldest daughter, it's like you are, I don't know if adultified is the right word, but like from a young age, whenever you gain a sibling or more, it's like there's a switch, there's a shift. Like, okay, you're not gonna be crying anymore because we have a baby, like, you know what to expect. Like, it's like a shift and a change, whereas before, when you're like the baby or the only, it's a stark difference that I don't think anyone could be prepared for. And I think this feeling is unique to daughters. You're always expected to be okay. Like, we know you're gonna be fine because you've always been fine and you always figure it out, and you always, like, you never give us any issues. And they probably think like that's a compliment, when in reality it's like sometimes I have my bad days. Sometimes like I want to feel like I can let my guard down, and I don't always get that feeling from family, parents, siblings. It's like I need to always be on this mode of taking care of others, not taking care of myself. I am fine. And it's made me naturally like a selfless person and just like thinking about others' needs. But at the same time, it's hurt me in other ways, and I will get into that in a moment. But yeah, one of the top things I wrote was being expected to be okay and never asking for help. Like, they say you can ask for help, but in reality it's kind of like figure it out, you know. Like, you can ask, that's just something people say, like, yeah, ask for help if you need it. Don't ask for help. No, I'm kidding. They don't say that, but it just kind of feel like, yeah, you can ask, but then you're gonna be seen as weak or you can't handle it. And I've had to learn that as I got older. Like, even if it's not directly from the family, asking for help is okay and it's not a sign of weakness. Had to unlearn that. Biggest one I wrote is being the family bridge. I say this because like I'm at the age and point where I can go and talk to my parents about things that I probably couldn't or didn't have the audacity to say before. But at the same time, I can talk to my siblings and see how they're feeling and maybe be that kind of bridge and mediator between both. And I think that's unique because I think people are willing to listen to me because of the things I've seen, done, and like heard, that I'm able to like talk from both sides, like the sibling side but also the parent side, and kind of be like the person to close that gap, you know, which could be something for all older siblings and not just the oldest daughter. But my siblings really want to do something and my parents aren't letting me, I can kind of like go in and try to change their mind, get them on a different side, or vice versa. What my parents are saying to my siblings aren't resonating with them, I can go back and like relay the message in a way that's like digestible. I don't think this is necessarily like a bad thing, but still it puts me in some uncomfortable situations and conversations that I wouldn't be having if I wasn't older, you know. Like, I've never had someone like step up and defend me to my parents. Like, I've been that one. I am the defender, I am the protector. So the last thing I will have for this is balancing love, responsibility, and grace. I feel like this is pretty self-explanatory, but having to balance when love outshines all, when responsibility outshines all, or when grace does the same. So now I'm gonna move into how being an oldest daughter has affected me outside of the household. So first thing is friendships. I think a lot of my friendships, they're a younger sibling or a younger daughter, which makes the dynamic interesting. I'm trying to think if I have any friends that are older. I have maybe one, but like my closest friends have an older sister or have an older sibling. So like our perspectives are different when it comes to like having an older sister that they can naturally lean on, whereas me, I'm like finding that within them or within external, like maybe cousins or like mentors, you know, because you don't want to always talk to your parents about girly things, you know. So I think that's a big one. Friendships, I feel like an outlier kind of. The biggest one is dating. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. This has really been the most eye-opening experience for me, especially being in a long-term relationship that I'm in now with Kevin. We've been dating for 2 years. He's the oldest son, I'm the oldest daughter, but it's been the most eye-opening experience, and I've learned so much about myself, which is good, because I'm gonna be honest, it's hard for him to always take care of me because I'm so resistant to that, and I don't get that often. So when he's like, don't worry about anything, don't stress, don't do this, it's like foreign to me, and I'm like, what do you mean? Like, no, let me make sure you're doing this, let me do this. I'm like staying on him like I'm his mom. That's an exaggeration, but it's like he can handle it. He's an older sibling, and he just is a naturally protective and like leader driven man that like I've had to learn how to let my guard down and like be soft, and that has been the most challenging thing. It has stretched me in so many different ways that I didn't think. It's changed like how I view like marriage, kids, family dynamics, all of that. It has been really eye-opening because I've never been since a child in a predicament where I'm taken care of, where I truly don't have to stress about anything. And that's not saying I don't have a support system, because I definitely do, but at the same time, once you're, in my instance, once I was 16, obviously they gave me shelter, food, everything I needed, but after that it was kind of like any extra you pay for, or you know, don't expect us to just do everything for you. And at 16 you like that freedom. You're like, yeah, like I can be out with friends, I can do this, I don't need my parents, I'm grown. But then you hit 18 where it's like, oh no, like I'm actually grown. And like, I don't know, it's just a different shift from each of your teenage years. Like 16 and 17 are different from 18 and 19, and now I'm 20, and I hate asking for help, but just 20, and I have to remind myself that I'm so young. Yeah, my last bullet was just my view on things, how I view marriage, how I view kids, because seeing both sides of how my mom was post-divorce, how my dad was post-divorce, and this blended family dynamic that I have over here, and just the dynamics I see within my extended family, I didn't think marriage was something for me, because I was just guarding my heart, and I didn't think kids were always on the table. Don't get me wrong, I love kids. I've always loved babysitting, sitting around with my younger cousins, but I just didn't think it was something for me as far as like being the best version of myself. And as I've gotten older, I'm still only 20, but it's definitely changed my perspective, and I'm more open than I was before. So yeah, I just wanted to talk about that, because I know it's always talked about, like, you just say oldest daughter theory or oldest daughter dynamic, and people naturally are like, yeah, but like we never like dive into it. And I guess I wanted to just talk about my experience. But yeah, I think I'm all ready. I don't like this fit. Rings are not really giving. The bracelets aren't either. I'm gonna go to church, gonna be with family pretty much all day, but I wanted to get on here and talk. I guess the second half of the video would be like vlog style. Okay, let's go. Hey y'all, I'm back from church, and that's right in my car that I got it says, "Dad, if I had a scoop of ice cream for every time you've helped me out, cheered me on, got me laughing, made me feel important, would just say I need a much bigger cone. Happy Father's Day, you're cool." I got this because he's like into ice cream, and I thought it was cool. So that's alright. I always struggle writing cards, because it's like, writing is definitely my outlet for saying how I feel, but I don't know, I just sometimes get emotional. I gotta find a pen. Okay, let's write.
Macking holes, my crew's behind me. Mad question asking, blunt passing, music lasting. But I just can't quit, because one of these honeys Biggie got to creep with, sleep with, keep the ep a secret. Why not? Why blow up my spot? Cause we both got hot. Now check it. I got more Mac than Craig and in the bed. Believe me, sweetie, I got enough to feed the needy. No need to be greedy. I got mad friends with Benzes. See notes by the layers. True fucking players. Jump in the Rover and come over. Tell your friends jump in the GS3. I got the chronic by the tree. I love it when you call me Big Papa. Throw your hands in the air if you's a true player. I love it when you call me Big Papa. Just my money getting money playing till your rain on these songs. I love it when you call me Big Papa. You got a gun up in the week, please don't shoot. Why? Cause I see some ladies tonight that should be feeling my Straight up, honey, really, I'm asking. Most of these niggas think they be macking, but they be acting. Who they attracting with that line? What's your name? What's your sign? Soon as he buy that wine, I just creep up from behind and ask you what your interests are. Who you be with? Things to make you smile. What? No
So I just changed into some sweatpants, and now it's time for me to be all domestic and cook. Life of being a girl and an oldest daughter. But yeah, we're trying to eat at 3. It's currently 12:28.
Numbers to dial. You gon' be here for a while. I'm gon' call my crew. You gon' call your crew. We can rendezvous at the bar around 2. Plans to leave. Throw the keys to little C's. Pull the truck up front and roll up the next one.
Wrestle contest between my older brother and
on the ottoman.
No, we both be on our knees.
Y'all both need to sit right here and here.
I think the corner might be best. You think so?
Yeah,
okay,
that's what y'all did at mama's, not at mama's
did we?
house. Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, this has been done.
But what's not.
Got the camera.
Callie's taking deep breaths. Okay.
And this isn't an injury situation.
Yeah, look,
This is fun.
look, we're both highly competitive, but
Y'all, hold on, guys.
Definitely feels a little different. Okay. Wait a minute, Did we not see what he's doing?
okay, hand on it and count down.
On the count of 3, I'm gonna lift my hands up.
1, 2, 3, go.
No. 1,000, 2, 1,000, 3, 1,000, go.
Yeah. Always hold.
Say you did. What? It was better at 9.
I don't think he had his legs like this. You had your legs.
Okay, now y'all switch. Now y'all switch.
You gotta have.
I'll sit there.
You gotta.
I'll spend 15 years. So.
We can try the other way real quick.
Happening.
Okay.
All right.
You do know your dad was playing, right? Okay. So.
Okay. Go. On the count of
1, 2.
Okay, go.
Is he going? Tell Daddy when to go.
Yeah, he's going. I had faith.
He's got a different grown man strength, man.
Had faith. Can we do a practice?
I hit a wall.
Oh my.
That's a
No, but like keep everybody.
What in the world?
There was a wall. But
That wasn't even like.
I couldn't get past.
Felt it.
Daddy said.
I could tell like, I might lose this. This doesn't. I have gripped a lot of people like that.
I have.
I was like, okay, I'm not losing. I might really lose today. And then once I started, I was
There's a wall.
God.
So, like, I got. I looked up.